just start talking, but we are live here.
Okay, great.
We are live.
So do you want me to go ahead and introduce myself right out of the gate, or you want to,
What I'll do is, like, I don't know who's new. I'm gonna introduce myself, like, to my channel, and then I'm gonna give you the floor and let you take over and
Okay.
ask you a couple questions, and then if anyone else have any questions, they'll put it in the comment section here.
Sounds good.
So yeah, so we'll see here. Just trying to see. Hold on just for a second.
So I mean, obviously you have a really good following because we've gotten a lot of resumes from, what you've already posted. So, and a lot of people said, hey, I heard about this job posting from Thressa. So it's, you're doing good work.
Yeah, I work hard. I see some people on. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Say something, at least speak or something like that. Hello. Come on in. I'm just going to give a little bit of time. Come on in. If you're on Facebook or you can tag some people, come on in. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I like to start off introducing myself because I don't know who is new to my Facebook page or group or my YouTube channel. My name is Thressa Sweat, and the name of my channel is Real Work From Home Jobs with Thressa. And my channel is all about non-phone work at home job leads that I bring to you every single day. I educate you also, where I give you websites where you can go and practice your typing skills, as well as talk about job fraud and recruitment fraud. And I have a special guest today on. His name is Joe McClain. He is from the company National United Medicare Advisor. And I have posted his jobs on different platforms, and a lot of you have applied for this position. So this is your opportunity. He is the hiring manager to get your questions answered today. So I'm going to let him take our time to introduce himself, tell you all about his company and what type of work from home job he is currently hiring for right now. So Joe McClain.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Thressa. We really appreciate the opportunity, and you're doing good work, putting great work from home, remote jobs out there. I like how you are vetting employers ahead of time to make sure there's no scammy stuff going on, because for anybody that's out there looking for a remote or work from home job, you've probably already realized there's a lot of scammy and spammy stuff going on. So, but before I get into it, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that's already applied. We've gotten a lot of response for our remote work from home job. And so Thressa, does everybody here have a link or a post or something they can reference the job if they're just getting on this Facebook Live? Is there something that we have, or?
What I can do is I can put the link. I have your the job post up, so okay. I can post it into StreamYard here.
Okay, sounds good. So I just want to make sure if somebody didn't know what we were talking about or what job we were talking about, that they have a way to reference that.
Okay, so it's been post.
Yeah. So basically, it's a job with our company, National United Medicare Advisors. We're looking for a customer service representative, and as it says in the post, your verbal communications is the number one skill. Well, one of the top number one skills. Obviously, as an employer, what we're really looking for is like a number one thing is a positive attitude, somebody that's really willing to jump in, roll up their sleeves, and learn whatever they have to learn to make it work. So positive attitude is number one. With our business, we work with mainly senior citizens, people that are 65 plus. So you need to be caring, you need to be patient, you need to really have the heart of a servant, really, I think is the best way to explain it. Somebody that you want to be somebody that is willing to help them. And these people sometimes need a little bit more hand-holding than maybe some of the younger people out there, that can figure things out for themselves. So if that's what you're all about, then we're definitely interested in you. So If you've already applied for this position, what I would say, if we haven't got back to you, then we are planning on it. We've had a lot of response. And the people that have applied that we were able to get back to so far, we asked you to submit a example of your, basically a video or audio example of you just introducing yourself and, telling why you think you would be great for this position. And the reason why we do that is basically 80% of your job is going to be on the phone. You're in a remote, you're working from your home office. So it's important for, a lot of our clients, they're going to call up and they expect us to be polite, courteous, friendly, outgoing, and our new clients. So like people that have been referred to us, you're going to be the first point of communication with these people. And you're going to be basically the voice of our company when they call in for the very first time. So it's important to have a great impression right out of the gate. So that audio sample is very important for us, because if you don't nail it on that audio sample, then we're going to be able to make it to the next step in the hiring process with you. So Thressa, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit here, but just guide me here. What else do we want to get into about this?
Okay. A lot of people want to know, like, is there any state hiring restriction listed? Do you have to be in a certain state in order to apply for this job?
Good questions. Yeah, good question. So we're in the Eastern time zone. We're actually located in Ohio. If you want to Google the company, we're National United Medicare Advisors, located Columbus, Ohio is our corporate address, actually a suburb, which is Westerville. But when COVID happened, we moved all of our operations to our home offices. So we have a team member that lives in a suburb of Columbus, another team member, another suburb of Columbus, and then another one that actually lives in Texas. So we work 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So we don't have any restrictions on where you have to live or anything like that. From the standpoint that if you're in a Western time zone, then you're going to have to get up a little bit earlier and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed when it's 8:30 Eastern time. So that's basically it. I know there are some quirky things with California restrictions, and if anybody's here from California and you want to apply, just you can always message me send a message and say, hey, I'm in California. I'd like to know if there's any type of restrictions, and I'm going to have to reach out to our HR department to clarify that. So,
okay. I'm going to ask some people asking some questions. So I'm going to put it on the screen here. Let me see here. Okay. Tammy, this is a non-phone work at home job channel, but I do also on my Facebook page and Facebook group is very open, where I do have non-phone work at home job leads and customer service reps too, jobs on there. But my channel is definitely all about non-phone work at home job leads. Here are some more questions here, Joe, for you. I'm used to large amount of calls. Staying calm and active listening is very important.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good start. So that's a positive.
Okay, and this one, Clarissa Smith.
Okay, I used to work for United Healthcare as a licensed Medicare Advantage plan. So yeah, that's some awesome qualifications right there, Clarissa. So we would definitely be happy to look at your resume. So now what I do want to say is you don't have to be a licensed agent or anything like that, or you're definitely not going to be selling. So that's another question we get is this selling or is this commission based? And it is not any of that. We are strictly looking for somebody that's a customer service representative. You are paid a W-2 wage. You're going to be a W-2 employee. You're not going to be a 1099 contracted contractor or anything like that. We pay everybody through payroll. So yeah, that's another thing with work at home jobs. You sometimes don't know what you're getting into with how you're paid and that type of thing. So no selling. I mean, but your positive attitude and your communication style is what is number one important. So the fact that you have a Medicare license, that's a added plus if you have the positive attitude and you're a great communicator.
Okay. And let me see here. It's another question here.
Okay. Do you have to have experience, especially in the medical field? No, you don't have to, but actually experience in the medical field can be a plus because we do deal with these seniors prescription medication. So if you have any type of pharmacy background or medical or something like that, it's an added plus. But how we look at it is if you don't have anything other than maybe you got some customer service experience. So that's kind of important. Like we do want to see that you've had a job where you sat behind a desk before and picked up the phone and talked to people. So we don't want to train somebody completely from scratch, but we do, like, if main qualities, positive attitude, hard worker, caring, helpful, willing to go the extra mile for our clients. So those are the top things. If you have those, you can learn, then we can train the rest of this stuff. So.
Joe McClain, another question is the resume. I know a lot of people have questions. So like when normally the resume is going through, like they have to email their resume to you. What resume on their resume, what are you looking for? What is your ideal candidate for the job?
So,
what are you looking for?
So like beyond what I've already said, obviously the stuff I've said is the most important, right? Or I wouldn't be repeating myself on that. But what we're looking for is, if you've been in the workforce for a while, we like to see some stability in a job in jobs. So like whether whatever it may be, we just want to see some stability. Like, are you changing jobs every 6 months? Are you changing jobs every year? And if you have, explain why. Because I understand that things happen, and especially what we're seeing with a lot of the resumes right now is people's jobs were interrupted by COVID. So we get it if you had job changes over the last couple of years, but it's best. And I'm not talking just for me and our company. I'm talking if you're applying anywhere, explain why you had job changes, because employers. So just like I would say one of the top things for all employers is stability, because it's expensive for employers to train people. And honestly, like I feel when as hiring for this position, I feel the weight of it, because I want to pick the perfect person, and not the perfect person that I think like you would be perfect for this job. Is I want you to realize that we would be the perfect company for you also. So I want it to be the perfect match, because I don't want to be looking for another person in 6 months because you didn't like the position, right? So I want somebody to be with us, for years, and I want to create and that's how we run things here. It's like we want to create an environment where you get in and you love it so much you can't ever see yourself leaving. So point with that, the main point with that is that the employers want stability, and they want to see it in your resume. So if you haven't had stability, then it's best to have an explanation why. So that, I would say that's one of the things. Another thing is, like, we don't like to see like errors, whether it's grammatical errors, whether it's spelling errors, because we look at a resume and we say, this person, this is the only way that we know this person. Like, we've never met you before in our life, and you're handing us one piece of paper that tells you why you are the most amazing candidate for this position. And if you've got errors on it, then that's all we have to judge you by. So sadly, that's probably going to go in the trash. So have a friend proofread it. Have a couple friends proofread it. Have your smart friends proofread it. And then, you know, take a look at it once you create it. You know, if you've submitted a bunch of places, sit down and look at it again. Because I myself, I'll create a, you know, something I'm working on, and then I'll go back to it a day later, and I'll look at it like, what was I thinking when I worded something like that? So another helpful thing is Grammarly. If people aren't familiar with Grammarly, there's a free version of Grammarly. Check that out. That can help you with your grammar, and it'll catch spelling errors and that type of thing. So do that also. And just remember, like, try to put yourself in my shoes and say, if I'm looking at this piece of paper that describes you, how am I going to view that? And try to be as objective as possible, and tell your friends that you have proof it. Be brutally honest with me, you know? So I hope that's helpful. Is there any other parts of that you'd like me to explain more?
No, you explained it great. Now, on the training, how long is the training? Like, do they have?
It never ends.
It never ends.
So the reason why this position is open is because we promoted somebody from where they were at this role as customer service to a different role in the company where, you know, they got a raise. So our goal is to get people, like, if you have the qualities we talked about, where you care about the clients, you want to take care of them, you want to go the extra mile, you have the positive attitude, then we want to put you in that position. All the training is on the job. So it's like you're being trained by another member of our team. And once you've learned that, another thing that we try to do is before we hire anyone, we have them take a strengths finders test, because we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses. And what this test does is, it's not a hard test. It's more or less like a personality type test. And you've probably all taken them before, but basically this strengths finder is like, hey, this person is good at this type of thing, or this person is good at technology, or this person is good at thinking things through, or this person is more of a people person. And what we do in our company is we take those strengths and we say, you know what, you have these are your top 5 strengths. Then maybe you would like to have, you know, be more structured into this role in our company, and that type of thing. So we, like, even Tisha that we've just promoted, you know, she's getting her insurance license. She came to us, she didn't know anything about insurance whatsoever. So that should be like the number one clue that we're not just looking for people in the insurance field. She didn't have an insurance license, but she has an amazing attitude. She's a hard worker and she's caring. So we're actually promoting her to become a Medicare advisor. So it's super exciting. And so the training, it's on the job. It's probably to get up to speed to, like, be doing your day-to-day job. Probably be a couple months of where you might get trained for a few days. We might put you on a task and somebody will be overlooking you. So, like, another thing. So, like, something I want to explain about the remote and work from home. So, like, we used to have an office where we worked, right? So we were used to the office atmosphere. So what we actually do is we have a Zoom, you know, sort of like how you and I are talking today. And we have that running all day long. So people are in and out of the Zoom. You get a phone call, you mute the Zoom so you can take the call, that type of thing. So it's like you're working with other people, although you're working in your home office. So it's kind of a neat concept that we feel like really helps with productivity and definitely for training, so you can get instant feedback on what you're doing.
Okay. And it's another question someone asks is, how many are you planning on hiring at this time?
Yeah, so we're just looking for one person, just because we promoted one person. So that's what we're looking for at this time. So that's that.
Okay. Okay. So also, Joe, can you tell everyone, Joe McClain, like the technical requirements? A lot of people, when they work from home, they don't know what type of equipment that they need to, start working from home. Can you explain to them on that?
Good question. So basically, you need high-speed internet. You need a computer that is, can handle a live. Like if you're watching this live, you're probably okay. So it can't be an ancient computer that's always freezing up on you. We actually, our phone system is, we will actually ship you our phone, and it connects. We can have it so it connects right to Wi-Fi, or it'll connect through an Ethernet internet connection, whatever works for you. And it comes programmed, so nothing to do with the phone. All of the programs that our office uses are programs that you log into on the web. So you're not downloading anything for the most part. Like we do use Skype, and I think you do download Skype, but that's basically a pretty light application. But yeah, the tech, what you need for tech is really not a whole lot. As long as you have a decent computer, like I said, it's not freezing up all the time or anything like that, and it's pretty fast on the web.
Okay. Okay. So any other questions that you have to ask? Any other questions?
Okay, so I see that someone asked if what the hours were, if there's multiple shifts. We just work 8:30 to 5 Eastern time, so no other shifts. Think of us like the old boring insurance company, right? It's probably in your hometown, maybe your little State Farm office or something like that. It's just we're an independent agency, so we only do Medicare, so we're pretty specialized. And but that's kind of probably the easiest way to picture us.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just scrolling just to see if there's any questions. Okay, someone asked, is it Eastern Standard Time as well? So that's
Correct.
Hold on, let me see. I think.
Yes, only one position at this time. So somebody asked that again.
Let me scroll retail. Okay. Someone just said retail 10 plus years customer service assistant manager.
Okay, yeah, we'd love to see your resume. So
that one. Okay. I think we already asked, someone asked about if there are any part-time openings.
Sorry, not at this time. We're replacing a full-time team member, that we promoted. So we have to have somebody full-time.
Okay. Let me see. Only one position. Okay. Let me see here. That's okay. Like when they're doing the calls, do you kind of monitor them and make sure that they're doing it right? Or
yeah, absolutely. So as you're being day one, so let's just walk you through day one, right? We're going to log you into all the applications that we use on the web. We're going to mail you the phone. So you're going to have your phone, right, the day you start. And then our Pansy is our trainer here on our team, and she's extremely good, extremely patient. And she'll basically show you exactly how to answer the phone, how to intake question. If somebody has a question, if it's a current client, how to take that question, how to handle that. And it's not you're not going to be answering Medicare questions or insurance questions. You're going to be basically passing that off or setting an appointment for that person to talk to somebody. And then she's gonna show you how to intake like a new client. So if somebody new calls in and wants to, needs help with their Medicare, she's going to show you exactly how to handle that. So you're probably going to listen to Pansy do calls maybe for the first several days before you actually take a call yourself. And then she and like I said, you're going to be on a Zoom together, so you're going to be able to see and hear. I'm pretty sure that Pansy also has the capability to pick up her headset or turn on her headset and actually hear the client talking to. So yeah, it's pretty, I guess what I wouldn't be like, I know that some people's concern is they get thrown into a job, right? And it's like sink or swim. You got to figure it out on your own. It's definitely, although we're a small company and we definitely want to get better with training, one thing I will tell you is that we don't want you making mistakes and making our company look bad. So that's why we're going to do our job on getting you trained on how to handle things like that. So I guess that's the best way to explain it.
Okay. And I know another question that I would like to ask you, and I know that a lot of people are asking, is how often do you get paid? Every week or every 2 weeks, or
it's actually, yeah, it's twice a month. It's twice a month. And one thing I did want to say, since we just brought up pay for the first time, I know that when we first posted this, so I don't know how many people saw the original post, and there might be places where the original post is still out there. So I apologize for that. But everything on the posting is still correct except for the salary. So we originally posted this at 30,000. We've since bumped that up to 40,000. And just because we're getting so many candidates that we felt like we wanted a higher quality of candidate. So we decided to go up to 40,000. And to be honest, I literally was like going through the drive-through at a fast food place, and I saw a sign starting out at like $15 an hour, which is essentially 30,000 a year. And I'm like, I got to be paying people more than what they can go make at Steak and Shake or In and Out or whatever, whatever the place was. So we got it. I feel like right now it's although you do get a lot of benefits with the fact that you're working from home, your home office. And I do want to say something more about that. And I know it's in the ad, but I just want to point it out. Like, there is, even though you're working remote, you're working from your home office, we do want you to have a space in your home where you work from, where it's distraction free, it's quiet. You're going to be on the phone with our clients. We don't want, noise in the background and that type of thing. So this isn't a roll out of bed, lounge in your recliner, and get on your laptop type job. And those are probably out there. And if that's what you're looking for, that's great. That's fine. But that's not what this is. This is, even though we're working remotely and from our home offices, it's still a professional atmosphere that we're, providing to our clients and potential clients. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay. Any more questions or anything? Any more questions at all? Okay.
Somebody did say, how many employees do we have at this time? We currently have three team members. The main Medicare advisor is Suzanne McClain. She is my wife. So if you count all of us, there's 5 of us total right now. But yeah.
Okay. So if you have any questions, if you're watching this on a replay, make sure you put it in the comments. But if you have any questions, this is the perfect time to ask.
Yeah,
Joe McClain, who's here.
Yeah, so, one other thing I did want to say, like I was thinking about, like, obviously, a lot of we're hiring one person here, so this isn't going to be the job for everybody, and we're only getting one person. So I get that, but I'd like to take a minute to really help somebody that's out there now, or maybe somebody that watches it in the future. I just finished a book about a week ago, and it was called The Power of Who. Have you ever had the chance to read that, Thressa?
No, I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
Yeah, check that out. I would encourage everybody listening to this to get that book, The Power of Who. And I don't have a lot of time to just sit down with a book in my lap. So I'll download them on like audible.com or something like that. You still have to pay for it and whatever. But or go to the library. I don't care how you get this book or how you consume it, whether you listen to it or actually read the words, but everybody on this call needs to go through that book, because the main premise for that book is we get places in life, whether it's a job, no matter the opportunity, normally by the relationships that we have and the relationships that we have that are out there. So maybe it's not somebody that you know personally, but it's somebody that you know that knows somebody else or something like that. So there's some really good examples in that book on how people have basically leveraged their relationships to land jobs, and take advantage of other opportunities. So I really think that there's somebody on this right now, or maybe somebody's going to watch this in the future, that's going to be big for them if they can read that book and put that into play. Because I'm just going to tell you, from somebody that looks at hundreds of resumes, that if somebody came to me that I know, maybe they're in the insurance world or something like that, and they handed me the resume and say, I know this person, whatever reason, whether they're my niece, my next door neighbor, somebody I worked with, and they hand me that resume and they say, you really need to look at this person, that is going to carry more weight than any resume that I got off of Indeed or anywhere else. So if you can leverage relationships and that type of thing, you're just going to have a leg up on any type of competition you have for any job. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because I feel like there's somebody like I just happened to cross that book and just finished it a week ago. And then I've got this today, and I thought, you know what? I bet there's somebody out there that could really use that message right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is another question here. They're talking about, do you all provide a script, or is it more?
Yeah, so like we don't have like an exact script, because we don't want you to sound like a robot, right? We want you. So like, I'm just pretend I'm a 70-year-old man calling in to my insurance carrier today, and I just got back from the doctor and I was diagnosed with cancer. That there's not going to be a script that you're gonna have memorized that's going to show empathy to that guy, and he just wants to know, is he going to be okay? Is his insurance going to take care of it? So yeah, it's a lot of this is going to have to, it's going to come from the heart. So if you don't feel like that's for you, then I understand, it can be tough, sometimes in those situations. So, but we're going to train you the best that we can for basic stuff. But it's like I've said several times, if you come with that positive attitude and you're caring, then that's going to go a long way.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate Joe McClain for taking out his time to come on my YouTube live stream. I really appreciate you. This has been a wonderful interview. If you have any questions, I will put his information. His information is already under the description bar of my YouTube video. You can go ahead and just email your resume and just take what he said to heart, and you keep applying, you will find the job that you're seeking. So we're going to end this. If you have any questions, make sure you comment. I'll check this out. You can go back and see the replay once this video is over with. So again, thank you so much for watching, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks a lot, Thressa. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and watched it live. And if you're watching in the future, thank you. And I hope everybody finds their dream job.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay. Same to you. Hello.